The Probation Department is a federal law enforcement agency that falls under the judicial branch of government. Our mission statement is threefold. First is to protect the public. Second is to assist the court in the administration of fair justice. And third is to assist our clients in facilitating long-term positive change in their lives. Our staff is approximately 90 folks with offices in Flint, Ann Arbor, Bay City, and of course Detroit. And our jurisdiction begins at the Michigan-Ohio border and stretches up to the Mackinac Bridge and covers the eastern half of Michigan. We're a staff that believes in and ensures that everyone's treated with dignity and respect. We're a team player organization. Everyone here is a team and a family, really. We get together quite often at different training events and department picnics and holiday parties. We have a pretty good community outreach out there. Last year we helped clean up a playground in the community. We offer donations during the holiday seasons where we're actually out delivering holiday baskets to those folks in need. So it's really a great atmosphere if you want to not only help people within the department but also out in the community. The department offers a great deal of flexibility to our staff. A majority of our staff enjoys an alternative work schedule where they could flex their day, come in later or come in a little bit earlier. There's also a telework policy out there for officers and staff to telework from their home certain days of the week. And we also have a compressed schedule. So a majority of our staff may have to work non-traditional hours, nights and weekends, and then be afforded the opportunity to take a day off during the week to compensate for that. So I believe all of those things really allow a great deal of flexibility for staff to create their schedule to accommodate not only the work that needs to be done at the office, but also in their home life. The department's divided into two units, the pre-sentence unit and the supervision unit. The pre-sentence unit is responsible for preparing a pre-sentence report for the court when somebody is either found guilty or pleads guilty to a crime. And that pre-sentence report will incorporate everything from their family history to their educational history, their work history, and of course what the crime is itself and the guidelines that we've calculated. And that report then goes to the judge to help the judge determine a sentence. The supervision unit kind of takes the ball from the pre-sentence unit, and they supervise offenders when they're released from prison or if they receive a straight probation case. And that entails doing community visits, home visits, office visits, and employment visits and things of that nature. And then we have our support staff that really is the glue that holds everything together and assists our officers in completing their tasks, whether it be clerical functions, letters that are sent out, or just assisting in the day-to-day functions that the officers require. I think the personalities the department's looking for is somebody that wants to help people make a difference in their lives, a person that has a great balance between the law enforcement side and the social services side, somebody that shows a great deal of compassion, empathy, and patience towards not only their offenders but their staff and their peers, and a team player, somebody that's willing to come in and assist not only in their task but everybody else complete their task. I think the impact the probation department has on the court's immeasurable. We assist the court and counsel the court in making decisions that are changing people's lives forever. Whether that be a sentencing decision on what type of sentence somebody should get, or when we're supervising somebody and we violate them and bring them back. Either way, the court's going to make a decision that not only impacts the offender's life or the defendant's life, but their family and their loved one's life. And that's a great deal of responsibility that we have, and that's something we take a great deal of pride in, and we certainly don't take lightly, because the work we're doing in one way or the other is going to affect not only the lives of our offenders, but their family that they have also. The impact the probation department has on the court is also going back to our mission of protecting the public. We're sort of the court's arm out there, enforcing the court's orders and ensuring that the offenders are abiding by those orders, which in turn protects the public. So whatever conditions the court is ordering, we're there to enforce those, to be sure they're being carried out, and if not, bring the offender back before the court.
The thing that I like most about working in the probation department is being able to help others, be a change agent for those individuals, and really have a hands-on approach in being able to be in the community, provide resources, and just overall help people from prison with their transition back into the community. The thing I like most about working for the court and the federal judiciary is the professionalism. There's a wide array of people that you come in contact with, which opens opportunities for build relationships, to connect with the community, and just learn more about individuals and what they do. So being in the court community definitely gives you that opportunity. And then also, we're really family oriented, which I love. I went through a serious situation with my father, and I can honestly say that the court as a whole was there for me and my family. So that I appreciate it, and I think really helped me and my family get through a serious transition in our lives. My job as a POA helps to impact the probation department because my position allows other officers to focus more on high-risk individuals. So I'm able to take care of those low-risk individuals so that they don't have to worry about them, and they can focus on protecting the community for those with the higher recidivism rate. And then ultimately, I'm really the first point of contact for individuals when they come out of the halfway house or out of prison. And I'm like the first person that they see from the probation department to kind of give them insight and an idea what supervision will look like once they're released. When people are released, we go to what's called the program review team. And 30 days after they're released, we meet with them and we kind of answer any questions they may have about probation. We let them know when they need to report, who their probation officer is if we have that information, and just provide them with any resources if they need it. So we're like the first point of contact when they're released from custody from the probation department. So the thing that attracted me to the position of a POA was just really the prestige that comes with the United States Probation Officer Assistant. There's a different respect level that I believe you receive being on a federal level. Also, just being able to know that you're held at a higher standard, your integrity level needs to be at its highest, and people expect more from you, kind of keeps me on my toes. And I just felt like it was something that would make my family proud. And I'm proud to say that I'm a United States Probation Officer Assistant. All my life, I always wanted to work in the criminal justice system. So being able to be in a position where I have a positive influence on individuals in the community or going through the criminal justice system, because there's often a negative connotation that comes with the criminal justice system. So being a probation officer kind of allows you to wear two different hats, where you're able to be a positive role model and help them make a positive transition. Okay, so a normal day for me as a POA will consist of obviously checking emails. As soon as you come in, you want to respond and reply to any incoming emails you may have received the previous night or the weekend. Also returning any phone calls. We get a lot of phone calls from attorneys and from offenders over the weekend or overnight. Also running Atlas or liens. We run those very often to make sure individuals aren't getting into any more trouble and doing what they're supposed to do. Write a lot of reports, make contact with the court to keep them updated on any new, whether it be bad or positive things that the individual is doing. So just kind of being the eyes and ears for the court every day is our main task. And then just seeing whatever we can do for the offenders. So if there's resources, I do a lot of researching for resources, making contact with people in the community, just to make sure that I can provide the individuals with all the help that they need. Some advice that I would give someone who's interested in applying for a position in the probation department is just knowing that it is a very great opportunity. There's so much room to move up and for urban mobility. There's endless amount of training, so you can, go to any part of the just probation. You can move to other departments within the court. So there's so much opportunity, I believe, just being a part of this organization. And the people are great, and it's just a great place to work.